Ecclesiastes 39 verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. Call Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash, double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the whole like men that scattered abroad, pushing the truth without sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to his very, very few sincere sisters, right? And the brother Amon coming at you with the video low when it's edifying, right? And it's really more so just a re-upload response, just laying back and up the, the brother Zadok, excuse me. Matter of fact, he did a video about 2 days ago, right? The brother Zadok, Aram, right? Going to what the radio frequency identification, right? That may just be the title, the lesson. But like I said, I brought up that scripture in the book of Sirach because it always been plain, right? Once the elders and the apostles, had brought out this this prophecy, it's plain, right? And as we progress in these times, we're seeing how things are transferring from FRNs to digital, right? Digital and frequency, excuse me. But it says so are they stumbling blocks into the wicked, right? And I'm talking about the wicked of the 2/3, man, right? And even the wicked, even the main wicked, Esau, Edom. Going to that, matter of fact, it goes back to what video it was with a old Edomite, on the podium, and he was pretty much breaking it down. He didn't even know he was making the RFID. He didn't know he was making the MO to the TB. It was a stumbling block, but hey, they just told him to make it because he had the quote unquote the knowledge to make it, but he didn't know what he was making. And that goes to show you how wicked Esau is, man. He even have his own people, doing wickedness behind closed doors that they're not even aware of, right? But hey, like I said, so speaking on our behalf, not our behalf, the 2/3 behalf, it's a stumbling block to them because they're not supposed to get it, even though it's right here, clear as day in their face, right? And they're ready to roll out with these things, right? So I'm gonna play this clip that the brother had posted, right, and within his video, right? You should also check out his video, and I'm gonna post the full clip. The full clip of the video at the end of this video because I'm gonna be chopping it up here and there while I go through it on this first go around. So, low when it's edifying, right, to the point.
The idea of implanting a microchip into your body is no longer science fiction. In the future, after a quick implantation procedure, you could be able to simply point at a vending machine to access your favorite drink.
And I'm gonna say because they're not gonna say it's no more conspiracies, none of those things because they know that it got miracles that come. It's like the comfort that it brings, with this RFID. Like I said, you can get your food, so you can clock in at work, so you gotta worry about you losing your stuff like your wallet, social security card, stuff like that. It's now a thing of now. Which, we have been teaching about, right? Starting off with the head apostles of Great Millstone. Been telling you about these things, right? Matter of fact, before I already know I'm going to be all over the place in this video, so just forgive me. The book of Habakkuk, right? 2. And I saw that too. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it, right? And we like I said, time and time again, we're breaking this major prophecy down to the T. Going to the words of Revelation 13 and 16, the word mark, the word receive, the word he, right? And we breaking these things down, right? Also telling you the punishment if you were to receive this this device as well, right? Revelation 14 and 9. Right, verse 3, the point. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right? So this vision is for an appointed time that's going to roll out, right? Be made mandatory to have, right? Right now you can buy a RFID. You can get this implanted inside you. I mean, which you'll be through anyway if you get it now. You're still through, right? But we come to a time where it's going to be made mandatory throughout the whole earth, right? That's why it's called the NWO, right? But it says, but at the end it shall speak, right? Speak meaning, like I said, go into effect, right? It's going to be the new normal, right? He going to want you to conform to this system, this new system, right? This old system, the system that we in right now is going to fail, and they're going to come out with this new system. And that's going to be the face of it, right? And also, like the brother was saying like the video, hey, who's pushing that face, right? Elon, you know, that's the man that's really going to, you know, be the person right behind the RFID, right? It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry, right? The Lord's words will not go back unto him void, right?
Doctors would be able to read your vital signs while you're at home.
So like I said, I'm pausing a lot, but it said your doctor be able to read your vitals even from home, right? And when you go into the word mark inside the blue letter, right, go to the Greek word charagma, right? The root word of charagma goes to the Greek word charax, right? And the Greek word of that will go into the word grapho, right? And that's what all your information will be stored at, was on that RFID, right? That's why, hey, like it goes back to Sirach 39, hey, these things are made plain unto the holy, right? They're plain, they're made plain to the elect, man. Really. Matter of fact, let me grab 2 scriptures right quick. Amos 3 and verse 7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets, right? Secrets going to what? The prophecies, right? The dark codes, the dark sayings, right? You know, the elders always say you got to look up the words, right? You can't just look at the face value of it, because you'll miss a lot, you know, to it, a lot of information, right? So, so that's that. You know, he won't reveal his secret to the servants. He only revealed his secret to the servants, the prophets, right? And that's why we're able to break it down to the T, make it plain upon tables, right? Like I said, that key word was going to of mark, right? Broken down to the 3rd degree, goes into grapho, right? Which is your information. Romans 11 and 7, right? There's wisdom, knowledge, truth, and understanding, right? The dark sayings, hey, that's what's going to be an attribute of the elect, right? The elect is going to have that. It says, Romans 11 verse 7, what then Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded, right? In election, the election going to what? Elect, right? They're going to seek the wisdom knowledge, you know, and this is a part of it, wisdom and knowledge, because you're going to need this in the time of the great hour of temptation. You got to know what these things mean. You got to know who's your enemy and what's his, you know that he's trying to make a plan to corner you in, right? Make you conform to his system, right? It says, according as it is written, Yahweh Shemel Shah have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day, right? So, like I was going back to that book of Ecclesiastes 39 and 24, it says a stumbling block to the wicked, right? And hell, you even got Israelites that's know they're Israelites, and they don't even teach the MOTB. Because what is a stumbling block, right? Because at the end of the day, Zechariah 13 verse 8 has to be fulfilled, you know. So the Lord has these wicked leaders in Israel that's, you know, misleading the flock. With, you know, they're part of the flock, you're right, because the elders at Great Millstone is, you know, on point, but it's a stumbling block to them. They don't want to break it down. They saying just not the third, other than the MOTB, other than it's a radio frequency identification, right? So let me go back to this video.
By waving your hand, you
So pretty much so pretty much you just, you know, showing the benefits, right? And that's how you reel somebody in. Whole time you got side effects. You know, that is like, you know, they be trying to say some shit on a commercial. Then they got that small ass print at the bottom that you can't read. Hey, that's how Esau's presenting this, man. He present you a gift, right? And scriptures talk about how a gift destroys the heart, meaning the mind. And we know, when we go deep into that, and we know that, what is it, Revelation 6, Revelation like 6:2. So like, I'm jumping all over the place. I'm gonna get that in the blue letter right quick. You know, a gift destroys the heart, and I was just pretty much making a point that you know, that gift destroying the heart. Hey, you gotta some people gonna actually take the chip that's inside, that's on the brain. I think it's 16:2. Yeah, that grievous sword, Slakin. And like I said, so you know, he trying to that reel you reel you in and have you accept this device that's really to get rid of you. I just seen it. Grievous. I passed it. Slakin. Right. It goes to the word grievous. No, sore. Like it goes into the Greek word helkos. Right. It says a wound, especially a wound producing a discharged pus. Right. Going to what? Hey, cancer, man. That's tough, man. Right. And like I said, a gift destroys the heart. That's what and like I said, it goes to that heart goes into what laab. Right. And a lot of folks can actually get their C-hip on their head, man, on their brain. And that's going to destroy you with that discharge, man. Giving you cancer, right? All that damn radiation, right? Let me go back to this video, jumping around too much, right?
Could unlock your front door, key to access your favorite drink. Doctors would be able to read your vital signs while you're at home. By waving your hand, you could unlock your front door or pay for your train tickets. And this is just the beginning. People around the world are already installing RFID chips into their bodies. Why? Microchip implants have evolved from something reserved for the most dedicated biohackers on Reddit to a useful daily tool. Like Elon Musk's Neuralink, microchipping has its roots in the philosophic idea of transhumanism.
And that's what's key. That's what they're trying to combine. You know, because at the end of the day, hey, Esau knows his time is running out. Esau knows that he has to face Yahushua himself. Right? So he's trying to blend in his scheme, you know, because he know that him and the rest of these other heathens got to face Yahushua and the angels, man. You know, so they trying to move the world towards transhumanism, you know. And they trying to pretty much, you know, prep you for it, you know, by pushing it in your face with these smooth words and comfort. They just say that, yeah, the comfortability of it, I guess.
This theory states that humans will eventually evolve beyond their physical and mental limitations using science and technology. Microchipping could be a stepping stone for this cyborg evolution. Currently, RFID chips can only perform basic functions, so we still have a ways to go. Like what?
And see, and that's what it is, see? And they're already drawing people in. You know, that now they're telling you how if you're paralyzed, right, you are able to put this C-hip inside your body, and it's able to help you move, you know, move your hands, legs, you know, whatever limb that is, you know, may not work, right? But whole time, they're not telling you, right? They're not telling you, you Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, and American Indians, if you take this, right, you submit to the system. Second, and you pretty much letting Esau know you rule over him. And third, really should have been first, you turning your back on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You telling him that you're not going to serve him, right? You telling that you rather serve the creature more than the creator. You know, and that's a punishment by that. Right? Got a quick scripture right quick. I just pull it from here. The book of Psalms 55. Verse 21. Oops, like it. Oh, damn. Psalms 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war, right? But war was in his heart, and that's a war tactic, right? By pretty much knowing my enemy's power, knowing that how the power is dealing with them, right? How can I defeat them? You know, in another way. Hey, make everything so sweet to them, and they gonna bow down to me, and that's how they gonna lose, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all about Esau trying to get his what's the word? Birthright, right? He's trying to get it back. So he's coming with so many kind of tactics, right, to get that birthright back, right? But we already know, in the book of Matthew 24, he said, if it were possible, they'll see the very elect. So therefore, he won't be able to get his birthright back, right? I just want to grab it. You know, he come with those smooth miracles, right? The war was in his heart, so he coming with it. Matthew 24:24. For there shall arise false Hamashiach, right? Anointed, right? It says, and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, right? This right here is a great sign inside their eyes of the elites, man. They're gonna feel this right here is a turning point for the whole world. It says, and wonders, right? In so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. And I want to tie this scripture in with the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11. Right? Because if it were possible, but it ain't possible. 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? So we are well aware of his schemes. Right? Because why? We have the wisdom, not truth, and understanding. Right? Scripture says it's plain unto the holy. Right? Everything is plain to us. We see the snares, the traps, you know. So we're not ignorant. We know he's going to come down with that great wrath. We know he's going to, you know, have brothers and sisters out of their comfort zone, man. But hey, that's when that the faith of Yahweh Shem Yahushua goes into overdrive, right? Let's go back to that video.
There are serious questions about the implants, ranging from long-term toxicity to hacking and privacy. For some, microchipping feels too close to an episode of Black Mirror. But this has not stopped companies from developing commercial microchips or a growing number of people from implanting them. However, RFID technology is not as new as you might think. But what is an RFID chip? Radio Frequency Identification Technology, or RFID, has been around for decades. RFID luggage tags are used to make sure your bag gets to the right place. RFID ear tags are used.
And that's a good prime example how how they're tagging that cow, right? Because that's in a different way, right? If you can dig what I'm saying, that cow is going to represent you in soon to come, right? Because like he said, he can track that cow wherever that cow goes. That's just like you go to a farm, right? Every cow or animal is clipped for the most part, right? If it's not doing like business and stuff like that, because they don't know which cow is which, you know. So hey, that's gonna be you know a lot of 2/3 real soon, right? And they got to pierce through that cow's ear, which also goes into the word mark, right? Going to that word charagma, then it goes into charax, which is going to be an instrument to pierce through something, scratch or etching, right? That tag is what's going to pierce through that cow's ear. Silaki.
To register and track livestock throughout the RFID luggage tags are used to make sure
me see if I can go back. But did you see that right there? Right? That syringe. Right? So, like it said they're trying to, just like the livestock, right? Just like your luggage, just like your animals. Hey, Esau looking to put that inside you. Right? It says everyday pets safely receive RFID implants, right? Because they want to make sure they know where they at. Right? And like, we bring out, Esau has that God complex where he wants to be like the Most High. Right? And this is the closest that he can be like Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And he's still going to fail miserably. Right?
Safely receive RFID implants, just in case they ever get lost. You probably already have an RFID chip on your contactless credit card. RFID implants used for humans are microchips about the size of a grain of rice, encased in a biosafe glass tube. The implant is inserted into the top of your hand, right under the skin.
Right, so Salaki, I want to stop right there. Let me go to the book of the book of Revelation, right? Because what we're doing, we're pulling back the veil, reading it again, veil. It's like, reading it, back, right, and veil, right, is a covering. So we pulling back that veil, we letting you know what it is, and what are we showing you? Plain as day, the MOTB, right? Revelation 13, verse 16. It's the Greek word for mark, which is what? Charagma. Right? Man, it gets hey man. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Right? And keep in mind that word badge, because I'm gonna come right back to it in the Strong's. It says things carved, sculpture, graven work. When you graven something, you gotta go into it, right? So in the Strong's definition, it says a scratch or etching, right? And as you can see, it says it goes up right up under the skin. See, that's a perfect picture right there. Goes up under the skin. It says a scratch or etching, right? It says as a badge of servitude, right? Which we bring out time and time again, right? It means slavery, right? The state of being a slave or completely subject to someone more powerful. Who got the power right now? Esau Edom. And that's what he wants. He wants you to be completely over to him. Right? So let's go to that root word of charagma. And you're gonna see, right? It says charax. And the root word says to sharpen to a point, right? It says through the idea of scratching, right? So if you're scratching something with something, if you're scratching something with something very sharp, it's going to eventually pierce through, right? So when you look at it, you see, that's the most it can go. It don't matter. But it has to pierce through, right? That's all it is. And this is the instrument that they're going to be using to what? Have you to receive it, right? When you go to the Greek word for receive, it goes into didomi, right? Meaning to what? Extend the hand, extend the arm, right? And someone's going to present you something, right? And for the record, Esau is a carnal man. The MOTB is nothing spiritual, right? There's nothing carnal. There's nothing spiritual about Esau coming with the MOTB, man, right? This is a carnal man. He needs something physical that he can see, right? Let me zoom out. I think I did. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So back to that word charax. So it says pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together, palisades, right? A steak, where you look up certain actual steak, not STEAK, but STAKE, right? Same letters, but you know, this steak in this context is what you got, the wooden type of piece. If you want to use wood, you know, wood to build a fence, and what it goes into the earth, right? It pierces through, it divides the ground, you know, where it's trying to go through. Just like that syringe, it pretty much splits open so it can make way, right? In the Strong's, it says to sharpen to a point, right? And that's to sharpen to a point, to be able to what? Be inserted inside something, right? So let's keep playing this.
Is inserted into the top of your hand, right under the skin. It comfortably sits between your thumb and index finger. Passive RFID chips, like those used for implants, do not have a power source. They rely entirely on the reader as their power source. You can think of them almost like a barcode.
Right? It said just like a barcode, man. And when you just go into the what? So like, right? Because pretty much that's what he's trying to turn you into, a human barcode. That's like when, you know, we got the people that not Amazon. What's the Whole Foods? Yeah, Whole Foods got the Amazon One, something like that going on. Right, but we go to the Greek word of matter of fact, let me read it right quick. So like it. Revelation 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 right? 666. Right, so let's grab that 666. 303 right? Which one? 5 stigma, right? Kaza stigma, right? Right, but let's go to the root word etymology of it, right? The G4742, right? Also lets you know. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked, right? It says cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. Man, that's heavy, right? That's heavy itself, right? It said for recognition of ownership in the Strongs, right? Excuse me, but you know, like I said, you know, pretty much this is a old ancient way of letting you know who you really serve, right? And it's like going back to the barcode. Excuse me. It's like it says scar of service, right? A mark, incise, or punch for recognition of ownership, right, man? And it's gonna be crazy because when a lot of these folks take this C-Hip, man, they gonna know, like, damn, I sold out. You know, I heard them brothers telling us about this, and I still took it. Man. Let me go back to this video.
1898, British scientist Kevin Warwick, also known as Captain Cyborg, became known as the first human to receive an RFID implant. University of Reading researchers monitored Warwick as he walked through the halls while operating tagged doors, heaters, and lights around the building without ever needing to touch them. Nonetheless, the development and adoption of RFID implants have been slow. In the early 2000s, American
let's clearly tap in what he just said. They can what? Be abused.
Could be used to track people's movements. Before the company's growth was halted, Verichip proposed using the implants to track and monitor migrant workers. It is not hard to imagine that the chips could be abused.
How are they gonna do that, right? Sinking in with your credit scores and all of that stuff, right? If you getting, I guess bad reports, I'd say, right? They're able to shut that stuff down. If you owe, right, it's coming straight out your chip, Like I had one of the movies, the girl couldn't even breathe because she had to listen to what the goddamn chip was telling her to do. She was trying to refuse to listen to it. Hey, the chip cut her oxygen off, right? These are things that they finna put inside your body, man. Right? Hey, Esau definitely finna abuse this, man.
RFID chips present a potential security risk too, as it is possible to hack them. And in the long term, there are a lot of questions about toxicity. But there is some good news. A new wave of tech startups is working on safer RFID chips. The tech startup 3 Square Market is developing the next generation of commercial microchips.
Salakia, and when you go to a lot of warehouses, right, they have these types of setups right here. They got a little stand, got your little hot Cheetos, Funyuns, you know what I'm saying, all your juices, Gatorades, whatever, right? And what, they have it set up to where you can scan your hand, scan your hand or look at the camera, right? Pretty much that barcode has to be scanned first, right? But they're getting you comfortable with it, getting you familiar with it, so it'll be a smooth transition, right? These devils is not slick, man.
Is developing the next generation of commercial microchip implants. They believe that the benefits of implanting RFID technology into the body far outweigh any potential anxieties about them. These next generation RFID chips could store important medical information, control automated home appliances, read vital signs.
Right. Let me go back to the book of Revelation 13 and 16 again and go to that last word, because it said it can store your information, right? And that's what it pretty much is going to be, right? Because the convenience, right? You ain't got to worry about no purse. Like, females don't have to worry about no purse. Men ain't got to worry about no wallet. Everything be stored literally on that one device, right? So you got the Karagma, got the Karoks. Last but not least, you have Grapho, right? To express in written characters, it says to write with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, right? Parchment, paper, or other material. Fool, let's get it. It says to commit to writing things not to be forgotten. Write down, record, right? Come on now. It says to commit to writing things not to be forgotten. That's just like you go inside the chiropractor, you know what I'm saying? They write down information so it can be stored in the computer, right? These things will be stored onto what? Your device. That's all it is, man. So when you go into a hospital, it's easy to get all your information just that fast. All you gotta do is scan. Excuse me.
Provide a more secure method of logging into smart devices and even control your card. The possibilities aren't endless. They could also be used to track your loved ones, like your children or aging parents.
And that's the convenient, right? That's the convenient right there. That's how he's trying to sell you, You can track your kids. You know what I'm saying?
RFID chips offered by companies like Dangerous Things are programmable, giving users control over the code in the implant. And if this sounds like something you would like to try now, you can buy a chip implant kit directly off their website. In tech-optimist countries like Sweden, a growing amount of residents are already getting microchips implanted under their skin. The interest of implants is moving beyond just a trend. There are
Right? Hey, this major prophecy is coming down the drain. Even though it looks interesting and you think you want to try it, do not take this, man. Right? If you're an Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Native, do not take this. This right here will get you punished by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? Like it says that he's come with those miracles, man. I'm going to read that, read Revelation 14:9, and read Ezekiel 33 and 33, and I'm going to close out. Right? So this right here is the book of... I just said it so fast. I can't remember what I just called out. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, we need these new bodies. Dang, I just caught a major brain for it. Oh, that's what it was. Call out Yahweh Shemel Show. Ezekiel, in Revelation 13, I started at 13. It said, and he doeth great wonders so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them by the... It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Right, so this that ancient Rome coming back, and it's improved, and they got a face that they're gonna put up there, and it's gonna be that charagma, right? And they say they're gonna deceive them. When you deceive them, you pretty much lying. Saying it's this, that, and the third, but the whole time it's a hidden agenda behind it. That's why it says enemy speaks sweet with his lips, right? His words are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? So I'm gonna go to the book of Revelation 14, verse 9, and let you know the punishment of receiving this C-Hip, man, right? We telling you not to take it, right? It looks sweet, but hey, don't take it. Everything that looks like glitter ain't it. Matter of fact, I want to say salt look like sugar too. Yeah. Right. But Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented, right? Tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, right? Yahushua gonna get busy on your ass, man, right? Because you heard the servants of prophets tell you not to take this, but Esau had put you in a box and squeeze it in so bad that you want to bow down and serve Esau, just so you can get out that small temptation, right? So hey, when them newts get to flying, just know one of them got your name on it, man, right? And there's plenty to go around. Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this comes to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, right? We tell you about gradualism, how Esau moves gradually, slowly but surely, right? And we've been warning, starting with the head apostles of Great Millstone, for years, decades, man, about this major prophecy. And we're seeing it coming to pass right before our eyes. All right, so if you're mocking and scoffing, going against it, hey, when this thing rolls out, first thing you're going to remember is the men on the corners said that. All right, so Lord willing, was edifying. Until the next time.
The idea of implanting a microchip into your body is no longer science fiction. In the future, after a quick implantation procedure, you could be able to simply point at a vending machine to access your favorite drink. Doctors would be able to read your vital signs while you're at home. By waving your hand, you could unlock your front door or pay for your train tickets. And this is just the beginning. People around the world are already installing RFID chips into their bodies. Why? Microchip implants have evolved from something reserved for the most dedicated biohackers on Reddit to a useful daily tool. Like Elon Musk's Neuralink, microchipping has its roots in the philosophic idea of transhumanism. This theory states that humans will eventually evolve beyond their physical and mental limitations using science and technology. Microchipping could be a stepping stone for this cyborg evolution. Currently, RFID chips can only perform basic functions, so we still have a ways to go. Likewise, there are serious questions about the implants, ranging from long-term toxicity to hacking and privacy. For some, microchipping feels too close to an episode of Black Mirror. But this has not stopped companies from developing commercial microchips, or a growing number of people from implanting them. However, RFID technology is not as new as you might think. But what is an RFID chip? Radio Frequency Identification Technology, or RFID, has been around for decades. RFID luggage tags are used to make sure your bag gets to the right place. RFID ear tags are used to register and track livestock throughout the United States. Every day, pets safely receive RFID implants, just in case they ever get lost. You probably already have an RFID chip on your contactless credit card. RFID implants used for humans are microchips about the size of a grain of rice, encased in a biosafe glass tube. The implant is inserted into the top of your hand, right under the skin. It comfortably sits between your thumb and index finger. Passive RFID chips, like those used for implants, do not have a power source. They rely entirely on the reader as their power source. You can think of them almost like a barcode. In 1998, British scientist Kevin Warwick, also known as Captain Cyborg, became known as the first human to receive an RFID implant. University of Reading researchers monitored Warwick as he walked through the halls while operating tagged doors, heaters, and lights around the building without ever needing to touch them. Nonetheless, the development and adoption of RFID implants have been slow. In the early 2000s, American companies like Verichip tried to create their own healthcare-oriented microchip implants, only to later realize that 90% of Americans were not comfortable with the technology. The broader concern is that chip technology could be used to track people's movements. Before the company's growth was halted, Verichip proposed using the implants to track and monitor migrant workers. It is not hard to imagine that the chips could be abused. RFID chips present a potential security risk too, as it is possible to hack them. And in the long term, there are a lot of questions about toxicity. But there is some good news. A new wave of tech startups is working on safer RFID chips. The tech startup 3 Square Market is developing the next generation of commercial microchip implants. They believe that the benefits of implanting RFID technology into the body far outweigh any potential anxieties about them. These next-generation RFID chips could store important medical information, control automated home appliances, read vital signs, provide a more secure method of logging into smart devices, and even control your car. The possibilities are endless. They could also be used to track your loved ones, like your children or aging parents. The RFID chips offered by companies like Dangerous Things are programmable, giving users control over the code in the implant. And if this sounds like something you would like to try now, you can buy a chip implant kit directly off their website. In tech-optimist countries like Sweden, a growing amount of residents are already getting microchips implanted under their skin. The interest of implants is moving beyond just a trend. There are growing communities across the internet that are dedicated to RFID implants, and medical companies are investing resources into perfecting them. The only thing preventing widespread adoption is the public's concerns.